everyone? Let's make sure we got sound. We do. Welcome to a Thursday night Airbrush Down and Dirty Tricks live stream. Didn't think this one was going to happen tonight. Been doing crazy stuff all day. Trying to get a few things going. I think I finally solved my Facebook issue. I went and got just a cheap Amazon Fire tablet instead of my phone to put in front of me. So I think the comments will actually stay this time. So everyone on Facebook should be able to join in the festivities as well. Let's see, which glass do I like better for tonight? There we go. There we go. I can see a little further. All right, let's check. Do we have sound? Do we have audio? And we are going to hit record. So what we are doing tonight, kids, we are going to do, let's see if I have this up here. We're going to do this guy. We're going to do this woolly mammoth. Let's see who we got on tonight before I get into it too much. We got Yogurt Slayer, Carl, Becker, Calvin, Jones, Cody, Samuel Tucker, Bob, Paul, Michael Stanton. Welcome to the first live feed of 2023. Let's see, it sounds like you got some caffeine along the way too. No caffeine, just last minute trying to get shit done. Should have got some caffeine. But Gary, I do have a little Buffalo Trace, so that'll help. We got Richard Voss over on Facebook, Bradley Rollins, Chris Hope. Thank you for watching, guys. And then we got Dave the Bug Gregory. Let's see what else we got. Graham McDonald. Olin White. Not too bad. We got 22 over there. We got 5 of you over on Facebook. So, what I'm doing today, this is a woolly mammoth piece. It's not my original. It's based off Frank Frazetta's famous piece, which was, woolly mammoth with a like a warrior spear, like attacking them, and a whole scene. I always love this, straightforward woolly mammoth. So I'm gonna do my rendition of it, and gonna keep this kind of simple and cool. And we're just gonna paint away here. So let's bring up the multi-source. And I just want to thank everyone for an awesome year last year. You saw the recap video. We did 32 live feeds last year. I aim to beat that this year. Thank you everyone for coming to the shows and hanging out and the super chats and everything that went along with it. It made a great year. The years got better and better, and the channel keeps growing and growing thanks to everyone sharing and talking about it and just being part of it. So let's get going on this and show you what we got going on here. Okay, so what I've done, which is what I typically do, and you guys who watch the feed religiously, you'll know, but how to transfer this image, so basically I drew this in a mix of Procreate and Adobe Illustrator. I didn't do any vector work. It's just strictly like inked out. And then what I just did, I just took my super soft pencil and drew it on the backside, stuck it on the sanded metal panel, and let me, I will zoom in on it here. You can see, and just, with a vinyl squeegee, you could use a Bondo spreader or something hard, credit card, and just, basically did a rub transfer and got that to go right there. So it's just nice and easy. And now, like always, if I do paper cut, freehand, everything lines up. I'm going to keep this monotone. I'm going to do two different, basically brown candies. I'm using Cratex Candy 2.0, which, as you know, is my paint of choice for these live feeds. And so what I'm doing is I did Dirt Track Brown mixed 1-to-1 with black candy. That's going to be my dark. And then I did Dirt Track Brown with like 5% black candy and 5% Grabber orange candy, and that's going to be my light tone. But I'm going to try something that might go bad. We're going to see. I want to get this like spotty and kind of like old looking. So I'm just going to take my candy here and I'm just going to mist it mostly on the outer. Ooh, this is not spraying well. Let's see if it's my vent hole. Here we go. So watch, I'm just gonna mist this on here. And then I'm gonna take a water bottle and I'm gonna spritz it. I'm gonna take a little isopropyl alcohol. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna let that run down a little bit and see what happens. I'll take some air. So this is just enough where I can still see. I can still see the line work underneath it. And I can take this. I'm gonna pat it out. Yeah, with solvents we could use like grunge effect and do a couple things. The water base is a little harder since grunge effects basically eats Tratex too much. So for this case, I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it again. Just give it a really natural texture. And just kind of see how that looks. Yeah, the isopropyl alcohol really does some damage. Let's just take some of the blue towels here. That's kind of cool. Now it's probably pretty hard to see. Now you can't wipe because you'll see all your white marks. But this is a cool way to get some grit and some texture in there. Yeah, we could probably... I almost want to get some like running down. Now, if you really wanted to like if you have the time, do this stuff and just let things sit and let things dry out and just see what happens then, because then you get even more unique results. Do this one a little too far this time. But the end is really not going to matter, because we're just going to see what happens. I apologize, I'm not reading. I'm doing the whole thing with candy, Gary. Just doing 2 different candies on white. That was an airbrush.
Didn't have anything in it?
No.
Just everything's good.
Let me just see if I can get that. Do that. Yeah. Now I'm going too far. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I'm going to do that again. Some water drops. The isopropyl. Let it eat for a sec. Pat it down. This is really cool. Like if you did my the pirate piece. Dave the Bug, thank you very much for the first super chat of 2023. Much, much, much appreciated. But yeah, so this is really cool. You want to do like old maps and stuff like I did on the pirate piece. You can just kind of start out like this and really just get the panel looking cool. Now, it's very wet here, so I almost wish I had either one of those Revo lamps. I could get the water to dry out a little faster, but a little air, and we should be fine. Just want to make sure there's nothing, no residual moisture left behind or water before we start. It's very hard to see what was here. Paul, thank you very much. Oh, I like that guy. That's cool. Thank you very much, Paul. Those things keep these things rolling. Alright, let me see if I can... So here's the image. I'm going to see if I can get the lines, some of the detail back on there, because it was set pretty much center. It may not, but I don't really need it. I just kind of want it for you guys to see. Let's see. Yeah, actually it does. So basically I just use a super soft lead pencil to redraw on the backside. This is actually an 8B, which is really soft. But it's not quite like charcoal, so it won't leave a big mess. That's enough. I think I can see what's happening. I kind of want to get that eye a little bit more developed. So I need, it's mirrored, so I need this eye. So watch. I'm going to do a soft pencil. Just going to roughly trace out where it's going to be. And then just do a quick transfer. Ta-da. I don't think you can see it very well, but I can. I got 40 people over here on YouTube. We got 11 over on Facebook. Let me see who's on Facebook. Now that I can see chat. Thank you, Richard. Yep, the feeds are definitely keep improving. More and more equipment. Let me bring that reference image back up there. And see what else we got. Oh yeah, this works so much nicer. I can see everyone who's been talking. And actually stays on screen.
That's nice.
Alright, so what I did, I made a silhouette. Basically, I just printed this out a few times, and through the magic of television, voila, it's already cut. I just X-Acto knife cut everything. Line it up. I'm going to get this background just a little. I don't want to go too dark, because I don't want to lose what I got. This would be a great time to kind of drop shadow the tusks. So they're coming up and the light source coming forward, so it's actually going to push that light source back. It's a great time to kind of establish that. And then I can tone everything up a little darker as well. And I try to shadow that in first. I know I usually do shadows at the end, but this is actually a really good time. And I want that drop shadow, because these tusks are big and it's far away, I want it very loose and light. It shouldn't be like a really harsh, sharp edge drop shadow. It should be pretty soft. And we'll probably put some texture effects, some other things in the background, or maybe we'll do some other things, but I just kind of want to get that in here. And now what that gives me that nice silhouette to work within. And by doing the paper cut, not plotting it, I don't have a harsh edge, okay? This would have been easy to design in in Illustrator and then just have some vector cuts, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think what I might do, I'm going to bring out cutting board here. And I'm actually going to just cut the big, bold kind of shapes of what we got going on here. Just like we do with paper cut skulls, same process. I'm kind of isolating some core shapes. And now what I'm going to be able to do is just put some registration marks where things are going to go. Anything happening on the feed? And, thank you, Scott. Yeah, it's going to look cool, man. I'm really looking forward to this one. Like I said, this is one, you know, it's not, like I said, nowhere, this is not my original concept. This is based off the great Frank Frazetta's work. And it's one of those painters just always loved the painting itself, like the whole thing. So I just kind of wanted to do a little take on part of that painting. And I don't know if I've ever painted an elephant, period. So just enough to start getting a little registration on where the big shapes are. And see how that just starts to help placement on everything. You start to see where everything is. Yeah, you don't need a lot of it. And I could even probably take these ears and just cut these. Gary Shees, thank you, sir, for the support. Keep these things rolling. Said, you know, everything I take bids on, but not every week can you guys buy a painting. You know, so a couple bucks here, a couple bucks really helps me, because if everyone, you know, we get an average of 50 people here. And if anyone's putting a couple bucks here, 5 bucks there, 10 bucks here, it really adds up. Like last week was amazing. That the super chat support from you guys was as much, actually a little over what the painting would normally sell for, what it did sell for. So, you know, that really helps this whole process, because it is quite a task. Like I went out on Monday and my brother Todd's on. Hello, brother Todd. I'm on Facebook. Yeah, so I went out on Monday and I bought another tablet just so I can read comments. So I can probably actually show you this way, because now I don't have to use my phone. You cut your cutting mat in half. Yeah, I cut it in half just so it fits. And so I'm going to try to take a picture of what I see, and I can show you guys. So now, what I do, let's see here. So now I got my Facebook guys are in front of me my YouTube guys are all here, and then Facebook, you're here. So I bought this tablet because before I was using my phone, I was losing these comments. So I went out and grabbed that the other day. So it makes it easier to see you guys. And it's a little bit bigger than my phone. So, yep. What's happening, Altered Ego? Alright, so see, we got the basics down. the basic shapes. And you can already, you know, it's funny, now that you have this, you can almost see the lines better. You know, and this is where I can decide and this is just out of an Eclipse. So this is Candy 2.0. This is a Dirt Track Brown mixed with like 5% black and 5% orange. And you can see the line work I get out of this. It's super, super fine. But the nice thing, I can get some nice heavy flood strokes. And then I made a darker color, that's in my Micron, which I figured I was going to start with, but this is flowing so well as it is, it's not really even necessary. So I'm just going to poke out kind of where the trunk is. The trunk's coming down here. I love Gary's response. Are you mad starting with candy? Yeah, I am kind of a gadget man, but when it comes to getting these feeds right and having them flow, that's kind of what it takes. And I really don't like editing if I don't have to. So by doing this stuff up front, it just makes my life a lot easier. Hey man, that's fine. You come in and check it out for a bit. All the support I need, man. It's great. Nothing to be sorry about. Alright, so let's get in here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. There we go. Yeah, let's get on these eyes. So you can see, this is just an Eclipse. This is just a standard Eclipse. It's the custom, so it's just got the tall cup. But you can see as far as detail-wise, you don't need a Micron to do really ultra-fine lines. Once your paint is reduced right, yeah, she's got a good head start. She actually knows a lot about video production and editing. Yeah, so if you don't have an art background, I mean, you know, so, oh, Alter, how are you guys sending money? I click on there. Yeah, so those super stickers, you buy those at different amounts, or you put an amounts in, and that actually turns into the super chat. That gives me money. That's how the super chats work. I think you can put in amounts differently, but I've never done it. But like the one that Paul did, I get that $9.99 sticker, and it comes up with that. So. So I tell students all the time, like, don't go out and spend a ton of money on the Micron until you absolutely need one. So I want that eye really dark because I'm going to come in here with the electric eraser. Damn! The stick is so big I can't even see there. Calvin Jones, $49.99. That is awesome. You're amazing. Dude, that little guy's sick. Kayla, check him out.
It's adorable. It's a Shiba. It's a samurai Shiba.
So we're going to put a highlight in that eye. And we're going to hit the edge of the eye. The edge of the eye here will make it look just like that little moisture at the edge of the eyelid. And these pieces are fun because I'll sit here. This is the type of painting, you know, I can sit here for hours and just do details like this. And just slowly work it out. So cut back in. And I have another darker color that I can cut back in with as well. Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, if the nice thing is, don't try to do it for work. Just try to do it for fun. Break the airbrush out. Practice some weird things. I find painting like stuff you're really interested in goes a long way. That's why I'm doing this one. I remember when I was starting out as a kid, I really wanted to work on my dagger strokes and my rat tails. So I used to take, you know, whatever latest Spawn or Todd McFarlane Spider-Man comic out, and I would work that. Because it's like hundreds of hash marks and lines. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I figured by putting that texture in at the beginning, it's just gonna help. And make it a really cool piece. Gonna just put some wrinkles and stuff in the ears. Because what I'm going to do is, so say when I get this ear in here done, and we put a little coarse shadow here across it. I don't know, just saw that bug fly across. It was a damn stink bug.
Of course it was.
It landed right here. Everyone just saw it.
Scott said, your next project should be a samurai Shiba.
A samurai Shiba.
Because that's what the sticker was.
No, I know. Samurai Shiba would be quite fun.
The armor will be kind of hard though.
So I have, this is the color, like I said, this was Dirt Track Brown mixed with 5% black, 5% of the Grabber Orange. And now I'm using the black, which this is black candy mixed with like 1-to-1 almost.
And Lab said the bug has a nice coat of paint on it.
Right? So now I can get into these eyes and I can really start to, I can darken parts of it, because what seemed really dark before starts to look lighter. And that eye starts to look rounded and glossy. Same thing here, I'll use the darker. So I can use this darker tone. Just to push that ear forward. Have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Make sure you guys over on Facebook share that feed around, because the reason I don't really spend a lot of time on Facebook anymore with this stuff is Facebook algorithm doesn't really, a lot of people don't see it. So I kind of stopped bothering, and you know, everyone's over here on YouTube and you can see a lot better and a lot more stuff. And alright, so let's balance out the other side. Anything helps the channel, man. And realistically tonight, I just wanted to paint. I've been wanting to paint this for a while. And it might be something, if we take bids on it, I'll decide. I might just make this like a couple feed painting, or just start it here and finish it later. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I think this one's going to be like, kind of like the octopus. It's going to be a lot of work. Let's see here, I gotta look at something on my phone. There we go. Cool. And this is a woolly mammoth, so I gotta like put some kind of that fur feel in here. So lots of little dagger strokes, just soft strokes. And what's cool is you can just take that, you can go in and this eraser. You know, I forgot to grab a soft eraser again. Just to get that fur a little bit more furry looking. Yeah, the week after Christmas, man, it's always tough. I get it. I'm telling you, don't worry about bids, man. That all the support, super chats, that all helps me immensely. Like I said, this would be something I'll probably just end up keeping around and maybe making prints of. It could be cool. I'll just spend more time here and there. Yeah, speaking of prints, I got some of you guys I need to send my koi prints out to. And I got my pack of skulls prints. I haven't even put them on the store yet. I got to get them done. I'll have them up next week, and we'll make some announcement on those and get them up. Because remember the painting I did last year with each skull? I did prints of those. And the only time I showed them really was at the rendezvous. No one else has seen them. And we can ease into this year with just a fun little painting. Happy little elephant. So these are one of those things I can work forever. This is going to look good with some brush work. And I might even do some reducer work, which for those of you who've never seen it, let's see here. I'll just put the Micron, but you can use any brush for this. Straight isopropyl alcohol, or if you're using solvent, water-based works really good. I mean, just lacquer thinner. Now I can go in and look. I don't know if this shows really well. I might be able to zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go in. Might get a little grainy. So if it's a little grainy, I'm sorry, but so this just has isopropyl alcohol in here, and if you're using solvent base, you can use lacquer thinner. So watch. I'm just gonna push the paint. So it looks like I'm spraying white, but I'm not. That's a trick I learned from Corey St. Clair the first time I started done really well. So opposed to erasing, you're eradicating using basically a thinner. Now, originally, we talked about it, and I saw him do it, and I saw how a lot of these new printers work, where they print direct to garment. And some of the first gen ones would actually use like a bleach in order to eradicate the black out of the shirt and the shape of the design, and then it would flood the paint in there, which was really, really cool. And you can get pretty good with it. It makes a great texture. Makes good hair, all sorts of stuff. Works good for. And it doesn't really dirty up the brush. It keeps it clean. Alright, let's get over to the other side. Let's get over to the other side of this. Liquid air racing. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, that's cool, man. I gotta make shirts, man. I need to get a design or two worked up. I need some swag. Yeah, no swag.
Gary bid $175.
All right, we'll take it. I guess we are gonna sell it.
I do like the print idea though.
Oh, maybe I can do both. I can make prints.
I think you should do that.
Gary will just own the original. Or whoever outbids him. Yeah, I need to do a new round of stickers. I need to design Airbrush Down Dirty Trick stuff. I have some thin air graphic stuff, but I don't have anything Airbrush Down Dirty Tricks designed. So definitely got to get, that's on the list for this year, the short list. So stickers, do some hats, some shirts.
New sweatshirts.
Definitely some new sweatshirts, since Kaylee steals all my awesome ones.
I do.
She does, she steals all my... Honey, in the house! Thank you, thank you, thank you, honey. Now that is a really cool... I really wish I had soft erasers. I don't have any. Damn it. Because I really want one right now for what I want to do.
Which one are those?
So it's the Faber-Castell eraser sticks.
Oh, not the needed ones?
No, not the needed. The stick erasers. Like these, but they're tan in color.
Oh,
They're like a white body. Look through there and then look through my ones out back there to see if they come up. Like the...
Yeah.
I don't think I have any out like readily available. Grr. Grr, grr, grr.
That one.
You found one? Kaylee for the win. Yeah, these are the ones I like, okay?
Yeah, those are great. I love those.
So these are the Faber-Castell eraser sticks. Okay? These guys. These are still available. You can still buy these on Amazon. They're soft, but they're not crazy soft. They work really well because they're white. They have a pink one. The pink is softer, but the this one is not. Kelly's the X-Acto knife over there. Oh no, I had it here. I'm gonna find it by cutting myself. And the other thing I spent today is starting to re-put together my thinairgraphics.com website because I realized I haven't even touched that for about a year. And I was talking to someone like, "Oh, you got any pictures of your work?" I'm like, "Yeah, on Instagram and Facebook." And then So I've been meaning to do that, and so I'm trying to teach myself WordPress a little bit, and that's horrible. But thinairgraphics.com is starting to come together. Not fully yet, but it's there. So what I like about this one is I can use the hard eraser to like really like get the big stuff. And then if it's too harsh, this softens it. It softens it right out. And get that nice soft highlight. Again, this is all without using white. What class you in? Are you doing the Kratex? Is Kratex doing the class this weekend? The helmet class again with Simon? Is that this weekend? Or is that next? What's happening, Brian? Thank you for popping in. We got Robert over on Facebook. Shane's over there. I'm not sure everyone's still there. Bob Keeling. Yep, this is why Facebook, 4 people. YouTube, 53. It's amazing. So for the eyes, now watch it on this one, because you saw it happen on this one. I can make this semi-dark with the brown, and then towards the top I can get darker and darker, with never losing, like never going 100%. That's the nice thing about candies, is you never have to go to 100%. But you can get darn close to it. You're still getting a little bit of feedback from what's underneath. Oh, that's really cool, man. Mike, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, man, Webb. It's one of those, I used to do really well on Facebook. And I think they just changed their sharing algorithm and who sees what. Because, man, when I used to do the World of Wheels, I used to just do Facebook. And I get like 200 to 300 people in the room as soon as I launched. And then they started changing stuff and just... There's a chance YouTube will eventually fall into the same problem, I guess. But we'll just... hope that doesn't happen. It's really cool. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, when I first started doing like live streams, like when I was at the World of Wheels or everything, I would the room would be filled fast, and then that just really just died out. Thank you, Carl. Yeah, sometimes the likes don't show up until, you know, like after the feed's over. That's kind of a weird thing sometimes. But yeah, likes and subscribes and comments, all that stuff helps. Like I know with Facebook, the big thing with Facebook is sharing. You know, if it doesn't get a lot of shares or comments, the feed just dies really quick. You know, so many artists having trouble on Facebook, you know, keeping numbers, and there's really nothing you can do. And I think a lot of it, and I made the mistake of this. No, I don't get a lot of tip jar with candies. I really don't. And actually this, I put no reducer in it. This is just straight candy mixed with the 40-50 and no tip dry. I do this a lot. It's more nervous habit than anything else. Working at the malls and the beaches for years with t-shirt paint, it was a constant. So I just kind of do this even though it's not needed. It's like a smoking habit trying to break. Let's see. Oh yeah, I stab myself a lot with it. Do a little shadow there. Little pocket graphics for the win. Michael, yes, this is live. We are live right now, sir. Another good tip for you guys, if you're using the eraser, you can actually wet the eraser with either some reducer or some isopropyl, or if you're in solvents, lacquer. Watch, make it nice and sharp. It's almost like using a white pencil. All sorts of good trickery. And then obviously, you know, we got some, you do some brush effects at the end and make it cool. Mr. Churchill's in the house. How's it going, Rob? Rob just popped it over Facebook. Good to see ya. Happy freaking New Year. Oh, anyone here, like, over in the UK or happen to be a big soccer fan? Because I got something to talk about.
Oh no.
I hear you, Michael. So we're an hour in. It's not bad for an hour into the painting. What am I bringing up, Carl? Soccer? No. Reason why I'm asking. Because I'm trying to find something to watch on TV. Pop on Hulu. And I keep seeing the damn Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, you know, Welcome to Wrexham documentary. And I put on a damn episode, and now I give a shit about a Wales soccer football team and the people there because it's done so damn well. Watched the whole damn thing in one night, about a day and a half.
I didn't realize you started it the day before.
Yeah, it was a day and a half. Watched the whole thing. So if you're looking for something to binge, and it's actually really good, Welcome to Wrexham. It's actually really amazing what they did. You know, what they've been doing. So it's cool. Hello, Judy. Welcome to the shenanigans.
Oh, Carl, I thought you were gonna bring up the recent drama about the U.S.
Oh, I didn't hear anything with the U.S. soccer team. I probably don't want to know.
Probably not.
Where was I? Ah, over here. Yeah, if I don't want to know, I don't want to know. Now let's do some erasing in here with the liquid erasing. Everyone's pretty quiet tonight. Everyone's still nursing New Year's Eve. Let's get that black in the upper half here. That's going to make that lower look like it's glossy. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, hit that bell, and hit that, if you guys are on, that bell means when I go live, you'll get a notification that I'm on. And, you know, this year I'm definitely going to start doing some weekday kind of impromptu ones. That's definitely happening this year. So, if you're interested in knowing when those come up, definitely hit that bell. You definitely need some contrast back here. Caldic, have a great night. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Hope you have a great year. I did hit that record button, but unfortunately it's not going to get the whole thing because my hard drive is full, because I didn't clear it before I started the feed. Sorry, I can always download it off YouTube. I just won't get all the different cameras. Can I transfer my downloads? Which downloads? Your video downloads or like watching feeds, Calvin?
Or if you're wondering about buying the downloads.
Buying what downloads?
Like, if you have any downloads.
So my vector downloads, once you have them, you can move them anywhere you want. So if you've downloaded them on your iPad, you should just be able to move the files from your iPad to your desktop. If not, you can go from your desktop, follow that link, and re-download them to your desktop. Because you get 3, I think I have it set up, you can download it directly 3 or 4 times. But if you're on no problem, give me a call. I can always send it to you manually if you get locked out. John Myers, thank you very much, my friend. Happy New Year. Yeah, so Calvin, you'll be all set. You can transfer those. Like I said, if not, you can re-download them. Just click on that link again from your download email. And thank you for those purchases. If you have any issues or questions, give me a call. Or not a call. Give me a message. You're welcome, sir. Yeah, the iPads now are pretty good about moving files. They used to suck at it, but now they're pretty good. Thank you for popping in from British Columbia. Welcome. Happy New Year. Yeah, that's what we should roughly. Different. No, whoops. Sorry about that. We're off our mark. It's weird, man. It hasn't gotten cold here yet. I mean, we've had some cold days, but man, we're still unseasonably warm.
Which is funny because like when everyone was freezing, we were like at what, like 50?
Yeah, we were. During Christmas break, we were like 59 degrees. It's like unheard of. Which all that means is February, we're gonna get absolutely demolished. We're gonna get absolutely creamed. That's what's gonna happen. Scott, where are you out of again? I'm sorry. I'm horrible with remember where everyone is. Oops. Wrong one. Oh, okay. Yep. The way I've kind of set this up, it's, you know, the tusks will come outside of the nice white border, which would be kind of cool. I'm going to make the tips here pretty much black. This will really pop nicely. Yeah, 9:15. I think I might actually have to mask these guys off towards the end. Yeah, I'm going to mask them off and get them nice and crisp. And I got to just pop. Yeah, that'll look really awesome. On this mammoth undertaking. Ha ha ha! No. Yeah, it's been in my head all night. And I want to give, like, I'm going to make these black, but definitely have some chatter in there and like there's little stress cracks and striations and stuff like that. That'll make it look really cool. And right now, the only bid we got on this is $175. If anyone else is interested, I think we're going to let it go for that. Definitely got a lot of nice super chats as well. Yeah, this is definitely not going to go to a second feed. I may not finish it, but it'll be enough because this really isn't like a follow along how to. Because right now all the principal techniques are done. Now it's just rinse and repeat and until the whole thing is done. Oh, the Land Before Time collection.
I never liked those movies, and everyone my age thinks I'm weird.
I was never. They were my favorite.
I don't know what it was, but I never liked them.
Because they were wicked sad.
They were. They were super depressing. And like no one understood.
They're like,
it.
oh, Bambi, you killed Mother? Watch this. We're going to kill everything. We're going to kill all the mothers. And all the fathers.
Just sad little orphans going around.
All orphan dinosaurs.
What is with children's shows or movies and just killing off parents? Like, why is that a thing?
To teach lessons. But you can see when I go back in with the dark, it doesn't take much to really pop everything out. Where's Leahy tonight? The chrome brush? Yeah, this has a Mac valve. So this is the Iwata. This is the Micron CMC, the custom Micron CMC. Well, the regular Micron C. The custom one has a tall cup. I have one of those out there. So this, I can drop the air pressure. I don't use it much because mine's dirty as hell. But it is nice. So some of my brushes have it, some of it doesn't. It's nice. What's nice with the Mac valve for someone like me is, aside from my t-shirt rig, I hate having multiple hoses. I work with one hose. That's it. One hose, a fisheye filter, and that's it. So what's nice is I can turn my pressure up high for all my eclipses and stuff. So they're going to run around 45, 50. And then these guys I can, Michelle Littlefoot, I believe was the name of the dinosaur, right, Kelly?
That was the Apatosaurus, the one with the long neck.
The Apathosaurus? Apatosaurus.
Or Brachiosaurus.
And one was Sarah. Was Sarah
I think Sarah
was the girl, the Triceratops looking thing?
Sarah might have been a Triceratops.
And here we go. Down the rabbit hole we go.
Oh, there was Ducky, who was the duck-billed dinosaur.
Ducky
which is so clever. A duck-billed dinosaur being named Ducky.
Okay, so Ducky was a duck-billed dinosaur.
There's like a Petrie.
Petrie was
Pterodactyl.
the pterodactyl.
Sarah was the Triceratops.
Sarah was a Triceratops.
Then Littlefoot, and that's all like the main people.
Yeah, Littlefoot was the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah. Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus. Oh, and there was the weird one that like walked on 2 feet, Tria.
The weird
or not,
one.
Oh, it didn't walk on 2 feet. That was just a bad angle. It's like a bigger Triceratops.
Huh.
I don't know.
No clue. No clue.
Yeah, these are some weird names.
Getting tired. Getting tired. Michelle's like, yes, Littlefoot. So here's where it's fun, because I can just start laying in tone, laying in texture. Now, Gary, if you do take this one home, this one may have to go matte clear. But we'll talk. We'll see what looks better. I always do gloss clear first before matte, so we can always look at it. I haven't even used any texture effects yet. Let's see. What am I going to use here? There we go. We'll use a little details. Maybe we'll get Joe Mendez to join. Since we're not using any green. Core shadows, man. Yep. Core shadows make all the difference. He stayed up watching Flat Earth. I've fallen victim to those myself. I just kind of watch the whole feed like, huh? There's some fuzz up here. Kate, do me a favor. I think I got. Give me that X-Acto knife right there with the plastic blade. So I want to do some fur up here. Okay, let me see if I can get the camera, and I'll bring in this tool. Okay, so for the fur up in here, you can use a regular X-Acto blade to do fur like this, right? But you gotta be really careful because you can scratch through, especially to the metal. So what I like better is these are a company called Slice. So Slice makes pretty much everything that you find in a hobby knife or utility knife, but with like a basically it's a composite or like a ceramic blade. So it does the same thing, but it's a little bit more controllable. It's a little softer. And really, really nice for doing fur, feathers. They make all different types of blades, like the number 11s, number 7s. They use flat nose. They make all sorts of different ones. I did not get these sponsored. These were not given to me. This is just something I saw online. Went, that could be cool. So I bought a set, and I've used them quite a bit. Like I said, they're a lot more gentle than using an X-Acto knife or hobby knife. Shouldn't say X-Acto is a brand. So these are cool. Because you can do that, and then, like I said before, you can go in and you can use an eraser, a soft eraser. And you can soften them up and really start getting that furry look. Total schooling on subtractive method tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of it in this one. Subtractive method, just, eradication or, removal is one of the best techniques when you're on a light surface. And there's so many ways to do it, between electric erasers, stick erasers, the slice tools, X-Acto knives, wooden sticks. Like I know on Drew Blair's stuff, he does a lot of wooden stick as well on his Blair paper. So there's no end to different ways to do it. Everyone has got a preferred method. Yeah, and I got plastic blades as well. Like this one, these aren't really plastic. These are like a ceramic composite. I wish I had a little bit more insight because I tell you exactly what they are, but I don't. But I got a few different things. They have like these guys, which these are just for like cutting paper, but these will also work. So in here I can get these like little fuzzy areas. And you really can't see them where you're at, but someone who owns the painting will see it, and they'll see all these little fine marks. And from a distance, even though you don't see them up close, those, they all show up at a distance. Adam. So yeah, this is just candy. I'm using two different candies I made up. One candy is Dirt Track Brown with 5% black, 5% Grabber Orange, and that's what I'm done 90% of this painting with, and that's all but done with my Eclipse. Just a standard 0.35 Eclipse, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. And then I mixed up a darker variant, 1-to-1. I did Dirt Track Brown and Black Candy. So both these are candies. I've always loved working with candies, and a lot of guys love working with opaques. Because they're more forgiving and you can kind of erase. Candies, you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants. You can't. Everything's a build, but that's kind of how I like to work. So if you're patient to build slowly and you really can't cover up mistakes. You have to work with them. Candies are so much fun to work with, and they're so easy to spray through an airbrush. Because there's no pigment, there's almost never tip dry. Yep, wooden nail cuticle sticks. Yep, exactly. Anything you can use, man. Anything you can use will benefit you for this. You start mixing airbrushing with erasing, with brush techniques. You can do so much. Yeah, I love monochromatic, and honestly, the reason I do so much monochromatic on these live feeds is very simple. You know, if I do too much color, it's almost impossible to get through something in an hour and a half, 2 hours. When I'm working in these live feeds, I try to get as much done in 2 hours as possible. So sticking monochromatic definitely helps. Yep, toothpicks in a pinch work. Because there's a million ways to do it. But yeah, then you start adding, like I said, you start adding brushwork into it, along with the racing and airbrush work. You know, you can just go for days. Different stuff, different looks, and just keep playing around with it. Like, I'll start wrapping this up a little bit, and you know, I'm definitely gonna work this a lot more, probably tomorrow. But it won't be on a feed or anything. They'll just finish it. They really want this one to look cool, and you know, photograph it and do some other stuff with it. But this one's been on my photos, my idea library. I have a huge library of my idea folder, which is I see something online, I just take a screenshot of it and get ideas for future projects or things, or just noodle sketches I put down and see what I can come up with. Scott, exactly. So look, learning monochromatic is definitely going to help in all your realism and anything else you're going to achieve one day, because you need to learn tone and value, light and dark shading to push and pull your depth before anything else. Once you understand that, adding color is so much easier. And if you do like Steve Gibson's technique where he does everything in gray tone first before any color goes in, and I can never pronounce the method of it, but how he does it, it's a lot of digital painters paint the same way. A lot of digital painters will sculpt and they'll do their modeling, and it's all done in gray tones because it's lit, you know, with digital lighting and stuff, and then they color wash over everything, and that's what gives you that really awesome tone and look. So yeah, I love Createx paints for so much stuff. I came from a solvent background, so there's a lot to get kind of used to. But it's definitely, it was harder way back in the day. Now everything's almost the same. And what I mean almost, it's not the paint, it's just, it's how you apply it is different. So I think the biggest challenge for urethane painters is not over flooding your first couple coats. That's where most guys make a mistake with going water-based. So I use House of Color and Createx for my work. It just depends what I'm on. All these feeds, these are always done because it's in my studio, my office, in my house, about using solvents in here in House of Color. So right now I'm back to that reducer. I'm just just messing around. Yep, Gary, no you will. I think I'm gonna start wrapping this up a little early. Because this is something I want to just kind of zone in and spend some time on, I think. Tomorrow I want to spend like an hour or so straight with no distraction. And just really detail this up and make it a finished piece. And just like any other piece, I'm going to go around, I'll unmask this. I don't think I'm going to put a hard line border. I'm going to unmask it and see what it needs. If I think it needs a border, maybe I'll put like an off-white or something like a light tan border that drops behind everything. And I'll mask it out. We're just going to leave it at that. Let's say this, for all intents and purposes, this is pretty much done for the feed. Gary, this will be yours. We'll talk a little bit more about extra details and clearing stuff. Everyone supported with super chats. That helped a lot. It's the first one of the year. I've had a long day. I'm not sure I'm going to make another half an hour. Like I said, this is coming out really, really cool. And I just love all the detail and all the little things that I really want to make it work in here. So maybe I'll record some of the finishing touches. And then I'll post pics when it's done. Then I start needing some ideas for next week's feed. And I got a new mic too. I'm going to try that for next week. I got a lavalier mic, which, you know, wireless one, so I'll see if that works. Mike, was that what was that? What Mike Gillette just said, was that Madagascar?
Maybe, I think so.
Like, was that from Madagascar?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the penguins.
The penguins. Hello, my Madagascar friend. I mean, my monochromatic friend.
They like burrowed up into his like.
The penguins are my spirit animals.
The penguins are the best.
That's how I try to live my life, man. When stress and online, all this bullshit, everyone fights and blah blah blah. Just I have one thing to say. It's smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. That's it. Just move on. Smile and wave. Oh, I've had a gargoyle in mind for a while because I worked up a sketch from the old cartoon gargoyles, which they're going to be doing a resurgence of and a continuation of, and I always loved that. So gargoyle might have to happen.
That'd be fun. I like that.
Sorry guys, that was
the stink bug again.
The stink bug landed on my fucking back of my neck. Like buzzed my hair and like This thing's been brutal tonight.
Do you need something to sign? Do you have something to sign it with?
I won't sign till it's done, so.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah. I never ever sign anything before it's fully done. It's just the jinx of something freaking bad will happen. Alright, so let's get going on this. Like I said, this is almost done. as far as if I was to kind of come back and do a feed, it would just be another half an hour of this same repetitive motion. Because right now everything's there. All I'm gonna do now is push and pull some tone and kind of just work some shading. And this was a pretty good way to kick off 2023. I really wanted to do a rabbit because of the year of the rabbit, and I haven't been able to draw anything really I liked. Everything I've drawn, hated. Like hated. Is it possible to cut mask on a silhouette instead of cutting it on the surface? So yes, I cut into silhouette all the time. So the Cameo, you can cut it on, you know, cardstock or cardboard. FBS mask makes the blue and green and gold on 12 by 13, 11 by 13 sheets. You can do. You can cut any vinyl mask by Avery or anyone and just put it in there. So yeah, you can totally cut in silhouette. I do it all the time. I use my plotter for the most part, but I just did a project for their school, and I use my silhouette almost for all the cuts. So the answer is yes. Now, where's my electric eraser? There it is. I think I need to get a new one. This one's getting just dirty looking. So the nice thing about going to the eraser at this stage, if I go long enough, it's going to go all the way back down to the base layer of the pure white. Yeah, let me see. I think I got Cody Adams. Thank you, sir. Coming in for the win. I got a silhouette portrait, $3.48 clearance. That's awesome, man. I think I have a 2 or a 3. I love the silhouette, man. It's a great machine. I got the high cut, the heavy cut blade, and just cutting through you know, cardstock 2 to 3 passes. It's awesome. Is there an overlay to keep it from coming apart? Well, yeah. So you put the material on the backing, and those are going to shut the depth right. It won't go all the way through the material. You just got to play with the depth. And I wish I could give you an exact setting, but there isn't one. You gotta play around with it, depending on which blade, how new it is, things like that. Warlock popping in. Howdy, sir.
Been a while.
Been a little bit. Hope you have a happy new year. You're welcome. And I've recently been going through most of my files and making sure. So all my digital downloads clutch on MckayFineArt.com. They all work on Cameo. And I've been going through trying to actually improve some of my older ones to work better on Cameo, but they all do. You just gotta follow my video instruction on how to, import them properly. But all my digital vectors work on Cameo. They're way easier than a Cricut. Thanks, man. It's been a fun night of Mr. Woolly Mammoth. We should title this. What was the Woolly Mammoth's name from what's it called? That movie, The Ice Age.
I remember the daughter's name was Peaches.
Not the daughter one, the main guy, because that was what's his name, Ray Morano.
Manny.
Was it Manny?
I think it was Manny.
Look it up. That might just be the title of this piece.
It's Manny.
Manny Scott Voss. Yeah, thank you.
His full name is Manfred.
Manfred.
He goes by Manny. Surprised I remember that. It's so long.
That's a riot. Manfred. Maybe that'll be the title of this.
Oh my god, no, you should do a series.
No, Peaches was the kid, was their daughter.
The next thing you should do should be a saber-toothed tiger, and then you should do a weird sloth.
Oh, saber-tooth tiger skull next week. Saber-tooth tiger skull.
And then Sid the sloth.
And then a sloth.
But you have to make his eyes a little bit too far apart.
Dude, should we... Alright, we should... Can you put a poll up now?
Oh, I don't know how do you...
I don't know if you can create a mid-post.
Engage with your audience, start a poll.
Okay, start a poll. Do we do the next two feeds, a saber-tooth tiger and then a sloth, and complete the Madagascar set? I mean, not Madagascar, the Ice Age set. And as a bonus, we could do Scrat. So should next week's feed be a saber-tooth skull of or a saber-tooth tiger thing of some kind? And we'll start the year off prehistoric. If we do that, that'll take the edge off my next two feeds.
First time we've ever done a poll, or I've ever done one.
Yep. All right, so Kaylee just put up a poll.
Yes, 100%.
Alright, this is coming along. I really love the way this is coming up.
Everyone is saying yes, so. Do you know what... Okay, this is me gonna be nerdy for a sec, but do you know what saber-tooth tigers were actually called?
What were saber-tooth tigers actually called?
Smilodon?
Smilodon.
Mm-hmm.
Smilodon.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have to check that out and verify, because that sounds stupid.
Smilodon is a genus of the extinct Vicarodont subfamily of the salids. It is one of the most famous prehistoric mammals and the best-known saber-toothed cat, although commonly known as the saber-toothed tiger. It was not closely related to the tiger or other modern cats.
I gotta do a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think I should do a T-Rex on a Lumalore panel.
You should.
In honor of the T-Rex I painted for the museum. That should be... I think January is gonna be prehistoric month.
Also, there's new, ideas.
Dude, I got an idea for the T-Rex. I gotta do a light-up T-Rex, but I gotta do the one from Meet the Robinsons with the little arms.
Yeah, you need to put the hat on him.
With the hat, with the bowler hat.
But also give him, the feathers that the little fuzz feathers. But no, what's really interesting about saber-tooth tigers is scientists are starting to wonder that if they had jowls that covered their long teeth, having exposed teeth like that would actually be really bad, so it'll end up damaging them.
Scratch eyeliner, squirrel. Where did it? Dude, I got the silhouette a little years ago. years. I think we got it for Crystal for like scrapbooking and stuff, and then we kind of just stopped doing that. And I use it every once in a while. So I said I wasn't gonna keep going, but I just keep going. Well, might as well just finish up the 2 hours. I'm gonna use my knuckle as a mask.
I love Ice Age quotes and just like using them in day-to-day life.
Ice Age quotes.
They're the best.
I'm gonna have to watch Ice Age now.
Yeah, like you got the L word, leprosy.
You got the L word?
Like love. Like like you're in love and then Stu responds with leprosy.
Oh, leprosy?
Like does it in his voice. Yeah, it's all yes, Nicole. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna end the poll now because it's kind of just like a.
Kind of not needed.
19 votes, all yes. There wasn't a single no, so.
What we should have done was which to do first, Sabretooth or
I think
Sloth.
first work.
Yeah, we'll do a Sabretooth next week.
To make a sloth that looks somewhat like, that reminds us of Sid, is going to take a lot more working.
100%. 19 votes. Thank you, guys. Like I said, this is, pretty much done. I'm going to work another hour or so on this, I think. And just start really refining these guys. Highlights, put a border around it, and this thing will be done. I think I'm going to probably just do it tomorrow. Yeah, the T-Rex trying to reach for something. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. And because I actually painted a real T-Rex for the Museum of Natural History, I feel obligated to actually do something on a feed. I'll try to get some videos and pictures of that one, integrate it into the feed. That was cool. That was a fun project. I forget what museum it's at now. I'll have to find out where it's at.
Nameless said to make sure hide Scrat chasing an acorn in the background.
Oh, it's got to be an acorn.
You have to just like add little.
It's got to be like breaking through the ice.
Yeah, you could have it when he's like lifting it up to slam it into the ice.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Sorry about that. I wasn't catching that. All right, so let's see here. If I can get this. No. Here I can. Yeah, that was fun when I got to do that. All right. On that note, kids, it is time to start wrapping this puppy up. And we're going to call it a night for the feed. So, welcome. Well, not welcome. Yeah, see, I'm tired now. Thank you for attending the first 2023 live feed. It was a mammoth of a project. It was really fun. It was actually funner than I thought it was going to be. I got more than I thought I was going to get out of it. I'm probably going to put another hour or so into this and just wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Continue to do them, like and share. And this is going to go to Mr. Gary Shees. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. I'll post pics of it when it's done, and you guys can see it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and go over to McKayFineArt.com, download some stuff, man. Do some projects, have some fun with it. Keep an eye on ThinAirGraphics.com. Anyone who knows WordPress really well, give me a call. I could use some help. And we are going to call it a night. And see y'all next week. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. And we will continue on next week.